Let's dive into the story of a technology that started with a truly revolutionary question. A question that really challenged decades of how things were done and kicked off a whole new era in data management. We're talking about the Oracle Autonomous Database.
For the longest time, this was just a given. Every single database, no matter how powerful, needed a person or a whole team of people constantly watching over it. You had to provision servers, you had to tune performance, patch security holes. It was endless. The whole idea of a database that could just take care of itself, that sounded like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. But it was a fantasy that was about to get very, very real.
And then, in 2017, Oracle just went for it. They unveiled a product that was designed from the ground up to tackle this exact problem. The promise? To automate all those complex, tedious, and frankly, error-prone parts of database administration for good.
Now, this wasn't just another upgrade. It was an entirely new kind of technology. It was built right on top of Oracle's cloud infrastructure, and it had machine learning woven into its DNA. The whole goal was total automation, and they captured it perfectly with that now famous tagline, self-driving, self-securing, and self-repairing.
So the big question is, how does it actually do all that? Well, it really all boils down to three core capabilities that make the whole thing work. This here breaks it down perfectly. First up, self-driving. It automatically handles all the performance tuning and scaling. No human has to be at the wheel. Second, self-securing. It's constantly patching itself, encrypting data, and hunting for any threats. And finally, self-repairing. It manages its own uptime, automatically bouncing back from any failings.
Now, Oracle was smart about this. They knew that one size definitely does not fit all. So they created two specialized versions. For those super fast, real-time jobs, think something like an e-commerce site during a huge sale, you've got the Autonomous Transaction Processing, or ATP. And then, for the deep, heavy-duty analysis of massive data sets, think of an analyst digging for hidden trends. There's the Autonomous Data Warehouse, or ADW.
But look, they didn't just launch the thing and then call it a day. Its evolution since 2017 actually tells a really fascinating story about just how much the cloud world has been changing.
So you can see right here, it all started back in 2017 with version 18c, which was a pure cloud-only solution. But then, as we moved into versions 19c and 21c, it grew up. It started to include hybrid options, so you could even run it in your own data center. And now, today, it's this incredibly sophisticated platform, packed with enhanced AI and the ability to work across different clouds.
Okay, so we've seen how it works and how it's evolved. But what did all this innovation actually mean for people in the real world? This is where we see its true disruptive power.
The ripple effects were huge. First, it completely changed the day-to-day job of a database administrator. It freed them up from all the boring, routine stuff so they could focus on bigger strategy. Then, it massively boosted security because all that patching was now automated, creating a much stronger defense. And finally, it really cemented Oracle's reputation as a major player in this new world of autonomous tech.
And you have to see this as a brilliant strategic play. It wasn't just about making a better product. It was about changing the entire game. All of a sudden, Oracle could go toe-to-toe with cloud giants like AWS and Microsoft Azure. They weren't playing by the old rules anymore. They were creating a whole new one.
When you really step back and look at it, the Autonomous Database was so much more than just a piece of software. It represented a fundamental shift in thinking, a whole new vision for what data management could and really should be.
It all comes down to this. By teaching a database to drive itself, Oracle didn't just launch a new product. They completely redefined data management and, in a lot of ways, rewrote the rulebook for the entire cloud era.